Hello students, welcome you to this session. So in this video I am going to teach problems in hyperbola. Okay, how to solve sums in hyperbola. The last video I taught the theory part is very simple one. So hope you're remembering there are two types of hyperbola. How to identify. So if it starts with x square, first type. If it starts with y square, second type. The right side value is 1 and the standard equation is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. Always the first one's denominator is a square, second one denominator is what? B square. And b square is equal to a square into e square minus 1. And c square is a square plus b square, right? And eccentricity I given the formula root of a square plus b square by a. And the two axes we call them as transverse axis and conjugate axis. Eccentricity is more than 1, right? Then all of the results are similar to ellipse. Okay, now let us try few questions. Now two types of question. One, framing the equation, right? Suppose, so find the equation of the hyperbola in each of the cases given below. The first one, foci given. So which type, whether the transverse axis is along or parallel to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. So there are two types. So for that you have to plot the points foci plus 2 and minus 2. Foci is, one focus is 2, 0. Yes, it is 2, 0. Another one is minus 2, 0, right? So that is S dash minus 2, 0. So the midpoint is center. So here you know the center is 0, 0. So this is the first type. So you know transverse axis along x-axis, right? Transverse axis is along x-axis. In ellipse we say major axis, right? But here it is transverse axis is along x-axis. So foci, so that is AE, that is C value, right? C value 2, C value 2, that means AE equal to 2. But E value given 3 by 2, so equal to 2. So you can find A equal to 4 by 3, right? 4 by 3. So from that you can find A square, 16 by 9. So we want B square. B square is C square minus A square. Or just to remember this, C square equal to what? A square plus B square. So from here you can write B square. So B square is equal to what? C square minus A square. Or the basic result, B square equal to what? A square into E square minus 1. So any one method. So B square is equal to C square. C value 2. So 2 square it is 4. Minus A square is 16 by 9. Take 9 as LCM. 9 4s are 36 minus 16. So 20 by 9. So B square is 20 by 9. So therefore, equation of hyperbola starts with x square or y square. This is the first type, right? So x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. There is no change in x and y because you know the center is what? 0, 0. So the equation is x square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. So a square value 16 by 9. So x square by 16 by 9, that 9 goes up. Minus y square by b square. What is b square value? 20 by 9. 20 by 9 it goes up. So equal to 1. So like this you can frame the equation of hyperbola. Now let us see the next question. See what is given. Center is given, right? So center is 2, 1. So center is 2, 1. So you know this is h and this is k. So you cannot write x. Instead of x you write x minus 2. And instead of y you write y minus 1. So that you remember because center is not 0, 0. One foci is 8, 1. So one focus is 8, 1. And the corresponding directrix x equal to 4. So listen. One focus is 8, 1. So this is 0. So rough diagram. So then only you can understand which type it is, right? 8, 1. 8 is here and here I am taking 1. So this is one focus 8, 1. And the corresponding directrix x equal to 4. So here 4. So this line is x is equal to 4. So these are the two things you know. So this is directrix and this is what? Focus. So center will be the other side, right? Center will be the other side. How can you find the center? They given us 2, 1, right? Center is 2, 1. 2. So this point is C. So you know CS. C, the x coordinate is 2. For S, x coordinate is what? 8. So distance 2 to 8, it is what? 6 units. So CS equal to 6 units. CS means it is AE, right? Center to focus. So AE value is what? 6. That means C equal to 6. If necessary, we use this. So next we take CZ. See what is CZ? C to Z. So here it is 2, here it is 4. So 2 to 4, the distance is 2. CZ means you know it is what? A by E. So A by E is 2. So A is 6, A by E equal to 2. You try to multiply that too. So AE into A by E. AE into A by E, 6 into 2. Cancel E, so A square equal to 12, right? A square value, got it. Now we want B square. So there is a formula B square equal to what? C square minus A square. Because C square is A square plus B square, right? So C square, 6 square, 36 minus A square, it is 12. So you are getting 24. So B square is 24. So this is of the first type. So that you mentioned here, the transverse axis is parallel to x-axis. Don't say along x-axis because it is not passing through 0, 0, right? Center is at 2, 1. Center is at 2, 1. Center is 2, 1. So this is our H and K. So first type, center H, K. So with this idea, you can write equation of hyperbola. First type, so starting with x, right? So x minus h the whole square by a square minus y minus k the whole square by b square is equal to 1. Just substitute the values. A square value 12, right? A square value 12, b square value 24. So everything you know, just substitute. X minus h value 2 the whole square by 12 minus y minus k value 1. The whole square by b square is what? 24 is equal to 1. Okay, so hope you understood. So just plot the given information so you can identify which type it is. Then first type or second type, that's the main thing. Then identify the center, that's important. Okay, then only you know whether you have to change x and y. Then you have to find the values of what? A square, b square and substitute. Okay, now let's go for the third question. So read the question carefully. Find the equation of hyperbola passing through a point. Okay, so it must satisfy the equation. Find the equation of hyperbola passing through this and length of the transverse axis along x-axis and its length is 8 units. Okay, so transverse axis is along x-axis. So you know the center is 0, 0. Along, it is not parallel. So center is 0, 0. First type. So straight away you can write equation, right? So equation of hyperbola. What's the equation of hyperbola? X square by, no change in x. Don't write h and k both 0 only. X square by a square minus y square by b square equal to 1. This is your answer, but there are two unknowns. What are the two unknowns? A and B. But A value you can find directly, right? Because there is some more information given. What is given here? This 8 units. What is that 8? It is not length of the lattice rectangle. So read the question very carefully. They are talking about transverse axis. Length of the transverse axis is what? 8 units. So length of the transverse axis. Transverse axis, the length is what? So the 8 is the length of the transverse axis. For transverse axis, what is the length? It is 2a, right? So 2a is equal to 8 units. So you can say a equal to 4. So a value, you know, that you substitute, so x square by a square, it is 4 square, 16 minus y square by b square equal to 1. So this is your answer, but there is one unknown. What's unknown? B. So that we have to find. For that, we make use of the condition it passes through. Hyperbola passes through 5, 12. So since it passes through the point 5, 12. So the point must satisfy the equation. So for x you put 5 and y you put 12. X value, sorry, y value is what? 2, not minus 2. It is not 12, minus 2. 5, minus 2. So substitute it. X square, that is 25 by 16, minus y square, minus 2 square. So 4 by b square is equal to 1. So 4 by b square, negatively I am taking that side. Bring that 1 here, 25 by 16 minus 1. So take 16 LCM, 25 minus 16 is 9. 9 by 16 is 4 by b square. So b square or 9b square is equal to 64, right? Cross multiply. Then b square is equal to 64 by 9. This is b square. A square already got it. Already you substituted that values, right? Okay, now you substitute it in the first equation. A square is 16. So your answer is substitute in the first equation. You are getting x square by 16. A square minus y square by b square. B square value 64 by 9. That 9 goes up equal to 0. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, this is how to find what? Equation of hyperbola. So now let us try a few questions to find, they give equation of the hyperbola, so you have to find what is center, eccentricity, foci, equation of directrix, length of the, whatever they ask you can find out. Okay, so just I'm taking one question. Suppose the question is x square by 25. X square by 25 minus y square by 144 equal to 1. Okay, so one very simple direct question I'm taking. So one hyperbola is given. So they asked to identify also. Okay, identify, then you find the other things. So this represent what? Hyperbola. How do you know? X square is there, y square is there, in between minus. So it is a hyperbola. So it is a hyperbola of which type? First type, because starting with x square, right? Hyperbola, first type, but better you say transverse axis is along, because here center 0, 0 only, right? Because x only, it is not x minus 3 the whole square, something like that, okay? So transverse axis is along x-axis. So first type, so you can have a rough diagram so that you won't make mistakes while taking the formula, okay? So you find out what is a square, b square here. That is very important. So in ellipse only we see the greater, smaller. Here nothing like that. First one's denominator is a square. So what is a square? 25. And b square is what? 144. You can find a value 5, right? Eccentricity you find out root of a square plus b square by a. A square plus b square, 25 plus 144, 169, familiar number, right? 13, root of 169, 13 by a value 5. So this is e value. Then you find AE, 5 into 13 by 5, cancel, you are getting 13. A by E also you find out, for directrix you need, right? A value 5 by E, 13, the 5 goes up, so 25 by 13. Then whatever you want you can find, right? So first, normally they are center. So here it is 0, 0 only, because along x-axis, center is this one. Then foci, C, 0, or you can say AE, 0. Both same only. AE, 0 minus AE, 0. AE only we take it as C, 0. Okay, so that is 13, 0 and what? Minus 13, 0. Then next they ask vertices. There are two vertices. It is first type, so it is A, 0 and minus A, 0. So what is A value? A value 5, right? So it is 5, 0 and minus 5, 0. So you can find equation of Directrix. Since it is the first type, x equal to a by e and x equal to minus a by e. Suppose the center is not 0, 0, h comma k, then it is x value, you have to put 1 plus h also, right? So that is x equal to a by e, already got it, 25 by 13, right? So x equal to 25 by 13 and another one x equal to minus 25 by 13. If they ask length of the lattice rectum, 2b square by a, then equation of lattice rectum, if they ask x equal to ae, x equal to minus ae, then equation of transverse axis, equation of transverse, here it is x-axis, so you say y equal to 0. Equation of conjugate axis, it's y-axis, so x equal to 0. Whatever they ask, you can find. Length of the transverse axis. Length of the transverse axis means 2a. Length of the conjugate axis is what? 2b. Okay, so whatever they ask, you can do that. So here they ask only this much. So same type, I'm going to take one more question. Y square by 16 minus x square by 9 equal to 1. Y square by 16 minus x square by 9 equal to 1. So this represent hyperbola. Yes, it is a hyperbola because minus is there. It is a hyperbola. Which type? Starting with y square, right? So transverse axis is along y-axis. Transverse axis is along y-axis. Transverse axis along y-axis. So the formula, everything 0, comma ae, right? So that changes you should use. So if you have a rough diagram, you won't make mistake. So now what is a square? Always remember, first one's denominator is a square. A square is 16 and b square equal to 9. So a value 4. You find eccentricity, the formula root of a square plus b square by a. Any formula you can study, but learn one formula. In each place you learn different formula, you'll be confused. Okay, any one formula, stick on that. Any method, you'll get the same answer only. I feel this is easy one, so I'm taking this. Okay, so e equal to root of a square plus b square by a. A square plus b square, 16 plus 9, 25, root 25 is 5. So it is 5 by a value 4. Now we find ae, 4 into 5 by 4, it is 5. A by e, 4 by 5 by 4, that 4 goes up. So 16 by 5, right? Okay, now we can find one by one. First they ask center. Center is 0, 0 only. Then foci, 0, ae, right? So 0, ae or 0, c, any letter you can use. 0, ae and 0, minus ae. Okay, so ae value 5, so 0, 5 and 0, minus 5. Then vertices. So what's the formula? 0, a and 0, minus a. A value is 4. So 0, 4 and 0, minus 4. And the next one, equation of Directrix. This is second type. So first type, x equal to a by e. Second type, instead of x, you use what? Y. So y equal to a by e and y equal to minus a by e. A by e value got it. It is 16 by 5. So y equal to 16 by 5. Another one, y equal to what? Minus 16 by 5. So these are the Directrix. Because, so here this is the focus, Directrix will be here. Parallel to x-axis. X-axis parallel means what? Y equal to constant. So hope you understood. Now here there are some 5 mark questions. So if they give questions of this type, I think you can do this, right? So hk, right? H value minus 3 and k value what? Plus 4 for this question. Then starting with x. So it is first type only, right? It is first type, so you can use the results. But only thing hk you have to add, right? So that you know. For the second one is starting with y, so second type. So it is of the second type. So h value, what is h value? To be very careful. X you see, for h, you look at this, x is here, right? So change the sign. H value minus 1 and k value is what? here. Change the sign 2. A square, B square, first one's denominator, 25, B square is equal to what? 16. Okay, this you try. But I'm going to take the sum of this type. So these type questions, it is not in standard form. You have to reduce it in this form, right? Then you can do that. So if I teach questions of this type, so I'll teach you at least 2 questions of this type. Okay, so you can answer any question in hyperbola. Already I given the proof of what focal property, then length of the lattice rectum, everything in the exercise given. Okay, in the last video I taught all those things. So this type I'm going to take 2 questions so you can answer any question. Okay, so listen very carefully. 9x square minus y square minus 36x minus 6y plus 18 equal to 0. So first identify the conic. Already I taught the method. Now parabola, ellipse, we are doing hyperbola. So just to recall everything, depends on the degree, right? You see the degree of x and y. Here there is no xy term. If xy term is there, enter different method, right? So here xy term is not there. Then you see the degree of x and y. If x degree 2, y degree 1, or x degree 1, y degree 2, it represents parabola, right? X degree 2, y degree 2. In between the sign is plus. In between the sign is plus, and the coefficients are different. Ellipse. If the coefficients are equal, circle, right? But degree 2 only, but in between the sign is minus, it is what? It represents a hyperbola. So you know, so it is a hyperbola. So now we reduce it into standard form. Then only you can say this is which type, right? So group x terms like what we did in ellipse, okay? So 9x square minus 36x, group the y terms, minus y square, minus 6y, constant take it to the right side, minus 18. Now completing the square method, right? So x square coefficient must be 1. Take 9 common in the first 2. X square minus 4x. Next 2 take minus outside, y square plus 6y. Be very careful in this. Minus 18. Now we are going to add some number, right? So 9 into x square minus 4x plus 4. Hope you understood how. X coefficient minus 4, half of that, minus 2, square it, 4. Here y square plus 6y plus 9. So y it is 9, y coefficient 6, take half of that and square it. Half of 6 is 3, square it, you will get 9. So what we added the left side, same thing add to the right side also. Already minus 18 is there. Here we added 9 into 4. Actually added plus 4, but outside there is a 9, so the effect is 9 into 4. 9 4s are 36, so put plus 36. And in the second case we have added plus 9, but outside what do you have? Minus 1, minus 1. So minus 1 into 9, so you put minus 9. Okay, so this is what you have added. In ellipse the sign is plus, so you put plus 9 there. Okay, so 9 into this is a minus b the whole square. Square root of first one, square root of the last one, 4 square root is 2, in between minus the whole square minus. Second bracket, a plus b the whole square, because the 2ab term is plus, right? So y plus 3 the whole square. Square root of first one, y square square root y, and 9 square root is what? 3. In between the sign is what? Plus. Right side you simplify, minus 18 minus 9, so minus 27, right? 36 minus 27 is 9. So dividing by 9, so what do you get? X minus 2 the whole square, by 9 get cancelled, so nothing, it is 1, minus y plus 3 the whole square by 9, because nothing get cancelled there, right? Equal to 1. So starting with x square, right? So you know this is of the which type? Transverse axis, parallel to x-axis. Don't say along, because here it is not 0, 0. So h, k is there, right? So h value is what? X minus 2. So change the sign. So h equal to 2 and k equal to minus 3. So you know h value 2 and k value minus 3. What is a square here? First one's denominator. So 1. So a value also root 1, 1, and b square equal to 9. So immediately you can find what? Eccentricity, find out. Eccentricity is equal to, what's the formula? Root of a square plus b square by a. So that is eccentricity is equal to a square plus b square, 1 plus 9, so root 10 by a value 1 only, no? So root 10 by 1, it is root 10. AE we need, a value 1, 1 into root 10, that is root 10. A by E we want, a by E means a value 1 by E value root 10. Okay, so everything you know. So now we can find 1 by 1. So a value 1, h value 2, k value minus 3. Okay, these are the things you need. So first we want center. Center, what's the formula? H comma k. So here it is 2 comma minus 3. Okay, so that is center. The second one, what you need? In the question paper, you see the order. What order they are asking, you find in that order. If it is focus, you write focus. So foci. The first type, so C comma 0 minus C comma 0 generally, but here you have to add what? HK. So instead of C, you can write AE comma 0 minus AE comma 0, but you have to add H and K with the coordinates, right? So what you get? AE plus H, 0 plus K. That is one focus. Another focus is minus AE plus H comma K. So you can remember easily, right? So AE value is what? Root 10, right? So root 10 plus H value 2 comma K value minus 3. And the second one is minus AE, minus root 10 plus 2 comma minus 3. So this is foci. And the next one, what do you need? Vertices. Vertices, the formula, actual formula what? A comma 0 and minus A comma 0. But here add what? H and K. So you are getting the formula A plus H comma 0 plus K. Another one is minus A plus H comma K. So that is A plus H. So A value 1, H value 2, right? So 1 plus 2, it is 3, and K value minus 3. Minus A. So minus A means minus 1, right? Minus 1 plus H, minus 1 plus 2. So it is 1 comma minus 3. And the last one, equation of directrix. So there are two directrix. So x equal to a by e and x equal to minus a by e. This is actual formula when the center is what? 0 comma 0. But here you have to add x, so you add h in both the cases, right? So that is x equal to a by e, already got it, 1 by root 10 plus h value 2. So here also x is minus 1 by root 10 plus 2. So root and all there, you don't need to simplify, just to leave like this. Okay, so next I'm going to give one question. That's one of the very important one. So if you are able to do this sum carefully, definitely I'm sure you can answer any question. Okay, so do very carefully, especially the first part, reducing into standard form, you have to do very carefully. Okay, so it is a hyperbola. So you know the reason why it is hyperbola. It's a hyperbola. X square, y square, in between minus is there, so it's a hyperbola. Which type we have to identify for that? Reducing it into standard form. So that's the most important thing. So x square plus 6x, right? Then y terms minus 3y square plus 6y equal to minus 18. Now completing the square. So group x terms will be group. Coefficient is 1 only, so x square plus 6x. Last two, next two. Here only normally students make mistake. You have to be very careful in this step. Because if you make some mistake in this stage, then whatever we do, it will be waste, also you're wasting time also, right? Even after you find out, then you have to change everything. So be very careful. So when you take it out, you multiply and check it. So for few seconds you need spend, you can avoid such mistakes. Okay, so please listen. I want to make y square coefficient 1. So for that you take minus 3 common. What do you get if you take minus 3 outside? Y square 2y plus or minus. If you put plus, it is wrong. Why? Minus 3, multiply and check, minus 3y square. Minus into plus is minus. But here what is given? Plus. Like that, if you check for a moment, you can avoid. Okay, so it should be what? minus. Because minus is not common, we are taking minus outside. The previous question both minus, so we take minus outside, it both become plus. But here first is minus, second one is what, plus. All of you know, but when you do fast, you may make mistakes. Okay, be very careful in this area. Minus 3 into, minus is not common. So when you take minus outside, the minus become plus and the plus become minus. And after writing this step, before writing the other part, just expand and see one time. Minus 3 into y square, minus 3y square. Minus into minus is plus. Yes, it is correct. 3 2s are 6y. Yeah, okay. After that, there is very less chance of making mistakes. Minus 18. Now come, you have to add a number, x square plus 6x. Which number you have to add? X coefficient 6. Half of that 3, square it, 9. Okay, so plus 9. Minus 3 into y square minus 2y, y coefficient minus 2, half of that minus 1, square it 1, right? Minus 18. Now what we added the left side, you add to the right side. So the first we added 9, but outside nothing is there. So 1 into 9, we have added 9 only. The second one, inside the bracket we added 1, but outside the bracket there is a minus 3. So the effect is minus 3 into 1, it is minus 3. Now the next step, first one, a plus b the whole square, right? So x plus 3 the whole square, minus 3 into next one, the 2ab term is minus, so be very careful. Y minus 1 the whole square equal to, if you simplify this, minus is more, right? So minus 21 plus 9, you will get minus 12, you will get. But here only it becomes the second type. So you may think, always first x, how the first term become y? Now you can understand. Please listen. Right side I want to get 1. So divide by, not 12. If you divide by 12, you will get minus 1, right? I want plus 1. So right side minus 12 is there. So dividing by minus 12. So dividing every term by what? Minus 12. So what do you get? So this is a very important step. X plus 3 the whole square by minus 12. Minus 3 into y minus 1 the whole square by minus 12 equal to 1, because minus 12 by minus 12. So now the first term is minus, right? X plus 3 the whole square by 12. Second one minus minus plus 3 and 12 cancel. Denominator become 4. Y minus 1 the whole square by 4 equal to 1. Arrange in order. Right side I want 1. In the middle I want minus. So positive term you write first. Y minus 1 the whole square by 4 minus x plus 3 the whole square by 12 equal to 1. This is how you are getting the second type. Now it's starting with what? Y, right? Because two things you have to be sure. Right side value must be 1. The left side, two terms. In between you need what? Minus. Okay. So here x term is negative, so you brought that to the second place. So it's starting with y, so you can say transverse axis. Transverse axis parallel to y-axis. So this is of the second type. So a rough diagram so that in the formula you won't make mistake. So what is h? That you have to be very careful. X you have to see. So x plus 3. So change the sign. H value minus 3. K value 1. Right? A square. First one's denominator 4. So a value 2. B square is equal to 12. Now you find eccentricity. Eccentricity is equal to root of a square plus b square by a. Root is only for numerator. A square plus b square, 4 plus 12, 16. Root 16 is 4 by a value 2. So e value 2, right? So e value 2, a value 2, 2 into 2, 4, right? A by e, a value 2, e value 2. So it is what? 1. All good, very good numbers, right? Now we find one by one. First what you find? Center. Now choose the formula correctly. Center is h comma k. So h comma k. So it is minus 3 comma 1. So that's the first one. Next we find foci. So this is of which type? Second type. So 0 comma. So just see the diagram, you can understand. It should be somewhere here, right? It is on y-axis. So 0 comma. So actually only 0 comma ae, 0 comma minus ae. But you will be adding that hk. So 0 plus h, it is h, ae plus k. And the second one is 0 plus h, h, comma, minus AE plus K. Substitute H value minus 3, right? H value minus 3. AE plus K. AE value 4 plus K value 1. So 4 plus 1, it is what? 5. And again minus 3. Minus AE. So minus 4 plus 1. Minus 4 plus 1, it is what? Minus 3. Okay, so this is foci. Now you find vertices. Vertices, since it is second type, actual formula 0, comma A, 0, comma minus A, but here you have to add HK. So 0 plus H, A plus K, and what? H minus A plus K. Just you substitute H value is what? Minus 3. A plus K. A plus K. A value 2 plus K value 1. So it is what? 3. So minus 3, comma 3. And next one is H value minus 3. Minus A. So A value 2. So minus A means minus 2, right? Minus 2 plus K plus 1. So minus 2 plus 1, it is what? Minus 1. So these are vertices. Then finally you find what? Equation of directrix. Equation of directrix, since it is of the second type, y equal to A by E and y equal to minus A by E, right? Y equal to minus A by E, actual formula when the vertex is 0, 0. But here you have to add HK. If it is X, add H. If it is Y, add K. Here it is Y value, so put plus K. So that is Y equal to A by E. Already got it is 1 plus K value also 1, right? Yes, K value also 1. So one answer Y equal to 2. Another one Y equal to minus A by E is 1 plus K value 1. So Y equal to 0. So these are the two directrix. So hope you understood. Then few sums are left out in that questions are given something like this. Okay, then only that step you will be doing. I think you can do that. So go through all the results and practice. I'm sure you can do these things. So in the next class, I'll be teaching some very important things in the next video.